Cinnamon is the name of several spices of trees and commercial spice products that some of them produce. Only a few cinnamon spices are grown commercially for spice. Cinnamomum verum is sometimes considered to be the true cinnamon, but most cinnamon is internationally commerce in derived from the related species Cinnamomum cassia, also referred as cassia. In 2018, Indonesia and China produced 70% of world's supply of cinnamon. Indonesia produced 40% and China 30%. Cinnamon is the evergreen tree categorized by oval-shaped leaves, thick bark, and a berry fruit. When harvesting the spice, the bark and the leaves are the primary parts for the plant used. Cinnamon is cultivated by growing trees for 2 years and gossiping it, that is, cutting the stems at the ground level, and the following year about a dozen of new shoots form a roost, replacing those were cut. A number of pests such as Coletotrichum. Cinnamon is a spice obtained from the inner bark of several tree spices from the genus Cinnamomum. Cinnamon is used mainly as aromatic condiment and flavoring additive in wide variety of cuisines, sweet and savory dishes, breakfast cereals, snacks, foods, tea, and traditional foods. The aroma and the flavor of cinnamon derived from its essential oil and principal component, as well as numerous other constituents. The stem must be processed immediately after harvesting while the inner bark is still wet. The cut stems are processed by scraping off the outer bark and beating them evenly with a hammer to loosen the inner bark, which is then pried off in long rolls. Only 0.5 mm of inner bark is used. The outer woody portion is discarded, leaving meter-long cinnamon strips that curl into rolls on drying. The processed bark dries completely in 4 to 6 hours, provided it is in a well-ventilated and later warm environment. Once dry, the bark is cut into 5 to 10 cm lengths for sale. A less than ideal drying environment encourages the proliferation of pests in the bark, which may then require treatment, fumigation, with sulfur dioxide. In 2011, the European Union approved the use of sulfur dioxide as a concentration of up to 150 mg from the treatment of sea verum bark harvested in Sri Lanka. Cinnamon has a long history of use in traditional medicine as a digestive aid. However, contemporary studies are unable to find evidence of any significant medicinal or therapeutic effect. Reviews of clinic trials reported lowering fasting plasma glucose and inconsistent effects of hemoglobin A1. 4 of the reviews reported a decrease in fasting plasma glucose, only 2 reported lower HbA1c, and 1 reported no change either measure. A Cochrane review noted that trial duration were limited to 4 to 16 weeks, and no trial reported on changes of quality of life, morbidity, or mortality rate. The Cochrane author's conclusion was there is insufficient evidence to support the use of cinnamon for the type 1 or type 2 diabetes mellitus. Citing the Cochrane review, the U.S. National Center of Complementary and Integrative Health stated that studies done in the people don't support using cinnamon for any health condition. However, the results of the studies are difficult to interpret because it's often unclear what type of cinnamon and what part of plant were used. A meta-analysis of cinnamon supplementation trials with lipid measurement reported the lower total cholesterol and triglycerides, but no significant changes in LDL or HDL. Another reported no change to body weight and insulin resistance. So thank you friends. Meet you tomorrow. Bye.